The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
We do know that this is becoming more of a problem. I also want to be careful that we don't attribute everything to mental illness. I think there's already so much stigma that mental illness is what causes violence or that mentally ill people are violent, and it's really not true. We need to be able to really decipher exactly what's going on with these kids and teens, and there are some commonalities of why these kids do these things. And one of the first things is that they feel disenfranchised. Afterwards, when they go back and interview people who've known the kid, look at their writings, they feel alone. They feel like nobody understands them. They feel like there's no purpose in life. And on top of that, they blame others for their misfortune. So they don't take any personal responsibility, and they talk about all of the other people who are really at fault for them being in the situation that they're in. On top of that, they want to leave a mark. And now we see that there is sort of this post-mortem fame that you get. And of course, it's better to get positive attention, but any kind of attention is helpful for these individuals who haven't been getting them. They oftentimes are radicalized by online propaganda. Once you go back into their social media, you'll see that they've been commenting, reading sites. And these sites really target these young minds where they don't feel like they belong. They don't feel like there's a sense of bigger picture and meaningfulness. And these radicalized propagandas help them to feel like there is some kind of meaning. And there is childhood abuse and neglect oftentimes in these cases. And finally, there's this point where they have been triggered by stress. So again, when you go back in time a couple of months, whether it was a breakup, a dropout of school, somebody getting divorced, this is what we see.
Being bullied on social media.
Right, so then the escalation happens, and then they think, the way to solve the problem is to pull the trigger, hurt other people, and ultimately hurt themselves and leave a mark before they leave
There's
this
no
world.
question that they've been influenced by all the violence that we see in society, the movies, video games, etc. And I know that's a big issue. The movie The Joker created a lot of controversy exactly for that reason. Is that going to stimulate people thinking to go that route?
Yeah.
You spend so much time, Dr. Lisa, with this population, teenagers who are struggling. What should parents look out for to potentially prevent this from happening to their kid?
Yeah, a mood shift in your child, which is very hard to recognize because they're teenagers and they're already have mood lability and so that's really hard. But if you, from a parenting standpoint, know that your child's kind of shifting or withdrawing, those are the biggest signs. So typically when we see pre-shooters, they often get to a peaceful, quiet place because they've already made a decision. And so when you look at, this is what I did at the FBI, this is the mass shooter profile of where you look, those kids typically have had enough. Dr. Judy was talking about all of these different things that happen to them, but they've had enough, they've been bullied, they've been talked to, they typically have reached out for help, they've gone to an adult or they've gone to their school and they haven't gotten the help that they need. And if they just withdraw and they start to get silent and you see them kind of at a peaceful place, typically there's something going on under that.